Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of The Road to Glory. I figured I'd give you something to watch and browse and pass the time as we all wait for the World Cup mode to drop today. And I do hope you guys are excited for it as well. I'm actually buzzing. I cannot wait to be playing that game mode once again because I've had the fever since playing it a little bit at the capture event. So no face cam again. I know my eyes are all red, so I've decided to just go with the trusty microphone today. Now you're seeing the squad on screen right now. Yes, I'm literally going to submit all of those special cards for a guaranteed CALCIO A TOTS, just because there was the chance. Like, I'm not using any of these guys, haven't used them for ages, like haven't ever used Ben Davies TOTS, don't plan on it, so they were literally just fodder. So decided to just bite the bullet, put them in so that I could get potentially a Mertens or a Dybala, you know, like someone that might be usable for me, or at least just more fodder for the next SBC. And for a minute, I got a little bit confused and I was like, I don't know if I got Milinkovic-Savic or not, but unfortunately I got Ilicic. And to be fair, the guy looks kind of ridiculous. Maybe not quite what we're all looking for on FUT, seeing that 82 pace when we know TOTS is out and there's loads of like 99 pace players and stuff. Yeah, so be it. But you know, he's someone which at that moment in time in packing him, I was a little bit gutted, but then I took a little look at the in-games and I was like, yeah, I could probably get some use out of this chap. And then just literally like a couple of seconds later, I was like, okay, I wonder what else I got in my club. And I might just stick him in for the Ligue 1 TOTS. Because again, there's a chance of getting Fekir or Neymar or like Cavani or Mbappe or something. That would be awesome as well. So I went out and bought a few players, and I think I stupidly wasted some coins on a few actually. But we're sticking Ilicic straight back in. So it was a really, really short-lived spell at the club, but sorry, team of the season Ilicic, you're going for a Ligue 1 TOTS, and just because he looked alright, but he's never going to fit in my starting 11, and I just don't see myself bringing him on. I'm more looking for like a midfielder or something that I can bring on alongside Sessegnon, alongside Caligiuri, who I've got in the team as well. So when I saw French CM Paris Saint-Germain, and I get 90 rated Rabiot, which in my opinion, from what we've traded in there, is actually a pretty good trade-off. Like, I will definitely take that because he is exactly the sort of player that I was looking for and hoping for. Like, if I'd have packed like a Luis Gustavo or anyone from like the Serie A that's like a half-decent centre-mid as well, or like Alan or anything like that, I would have been super happy that I've got a good substitute centre-mid to bring on that's a TOTS that has really good stats. So knowing that, I'm really happy that I've got Caligiuri, Rabiot, and also Sessegnon on the bench, who I literally can trade out throughout the game as like three centre midfielders, and then have a full stamina midfield with lots of technique and skill and ability in like the second half or the latter stages of a game. So for the rest of the episode, what I wanted to do, guys, is take you for a little daily knockout tournament run. We all know that currently you can go ahead and win Team of the Season Quagliarella. That's how we're going to pronounce the name today. It's just too long and there's too many L's and A's and I's and all sorts of stuff in there probably. But I've decided to go on into this tournament. You'll notice I'm not actually playing Boateng at the moment. I've left the team in that 4-4-2, and then obviously I switch it up to a 4-2-3-1, to a 4-1-2-1-2 in-game. And I actually started with a 4-2-3-1, so I put Kane like main striker, central cam was Volland, and then the two wide cams were Sterling and Bailey, who are obviously really, really quick and can do that sort of winger job. So that was the initial plan, and then, well, I sort of wasn't really getting on with it. So I believe it was at half-time here that I might have made a couple of changes, like brought Caligiuri on, brought Rabiot on, and also switched to a 4-1-2-1-2. Now, I dropped Harry Kane back to centre-mid because I wanted to play Volland in the cam role, and then I put Sterling and Bailey up front, and it like instantly worked for me. It instantly clicked. And Sterling comes away like 3 minutes into the second half, scoring a goal. Brilliant. That's exactly what I was after. So 4-1-2-1-2 just suits me so much better than that 4-2-3-1. Cannot get to grips with it, but it does mean I bring like either Volland or Kane back to centre mid, and they're definitely not ideal for that situation, but Kane will do a fine job for me there until I can switch him out and bring someone like Sessegnon on later on. So that's the idea anyway. You know, I feel like with his stats he can work in centre mid, and I get a really great goal for my first one with Volland, and then I score another one with him as well. I just actually was looking forward to getting in game with Volland because he's a new player for me. You know, we worked so hard last week to actually earn him, so I wanted to test him out and give him a shot. Now, I figured this was probably my exit of the tournament because I come up against a mega squad, 96 R9, 96 De Bruyne, he's got 92 Son, like just an overall mega team. Like he's got a real nice squad, and I blocked that shot right there, and then it just literally falls to De Bruyne, and I get like super wound up that I did what I could there. I put the tackle in with Hummels and it just didn't quite work out for me, which sucks. So I go 1-0 down, but then I just play the ball around literally from kickoff. Couple of moments later, Aurier into Kane, knocks it to Bailey, and then I turn and hit a finesse. I'm like, when I get a chance outside the box with Leon Bailey, I know that I'm going to do my very best to get that tiny bit of space where there's no defenders in the way, and I can either hit a whippy or hit a nice powerful one, because that left foot is just dreamy. It really is. Leon Bailey, team of the season, one of the finer items on the game that we've seen all year long. And then you can see, like, either end, chances were going astray. Both of us only had the one shot on target at half-time, and it was a real close game. And obviously he had, you know, I've got a very good team. I've got lots of very good usable players on this game, but it's you could argue that his team is better. You know, he's got R9, he's got like some of those real awesome Prem players that loads of people want. So I was really happy to go 2-1 up in the 77th minute. We'd like played this out all game long, and it was actually getting quite tense. Both of us were on a very similar skill level, and then that goal right there completely done me. I think I actually tried to drag my player out, which then left Pogba so free, whereas if I didn't manually drag my player out, he probably would have run alongside Pogba. So GG's to my opponent for spotting that I actually did that, unless it was a coincidence. But those are the stats after 90 minutes. Really even game, and we go on into extra time. Sterling plays it off to Leon Bailey. I managed to get the right side of Rio Ferdinand for once with a heel click, and then burst through, slow it down, and then sort of finesse it into the back of the net. Like, cool, calm, collected from Leon Bailey. Someone tells me that his finishing stat's terrible. I don't believe you. I actually don't believe you, because he's such a god. And then I play it through to Volland, to Sterling. There we go. Nice 2-goal lead at this point. And knowing that I'm in extra time, like, I can probably do my very best as long as I don't concede a kickoff goal straight away, which I didn't, and I was actually holding on into like the second half of extra time. He did apply a hell of a lot of pressure, I'm not going to lie, but that was his final chance right there in the 120th minute, and I win the game, you know. So I go through against that absolute super squad. Really, like, I didn't expect that whatsoever. And then in the semi-final, we come up against another good team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tots in the squad, and he actually brought 3 on straight away as well. I believe it was Glick, Batshuayi, and somebody else. I can't remember who the other one was, but it was the Monaco right winger, the Portuguese guy. I can't remember his name, but he's got loads of pace and really good dribbling and stuff. So he's obviously been really lucky in some of his packs, because he's got like Batshuayi, he's got Griezmann, he had like Dele Alli and stuff. He had been lucky in his guaranteed tots packs, this guy, but he was no match for me in the first 8 minutes, because I go 2-0 up. This is one of the most aggressive players I've ever played, and I realised right from the start that if I just kept my passing quick and earned them spots, that he was actually moving some players out of position, and it was leading to me to be able to get 2 goals in the first 8 minutes. But then it sort of changed a little bit, and he got his foot in the door by getting that goal with Batshuayi, and he is someone who's super difficult to defend against, by the way. He literally equalises on me in the 22nd minute, and I was 2-0 up in this game, thought I was cruising, and then all of a sudden, I feel like I literally go 3-2 down. 26 minutes on the clock, and there's been 5 goals in the game, and a hat-trick for Batshuayi, team of the season, which got subbed on. He didn't even start the game, you know, madness. However, Volland gets the right side of the defender there and bangs it into the back of the net. So 30 minutes in this game, 6 goals have been scored, and I'm like, I don't feel confident now, because the first 8 minutes was great, but then he got fully back into it, and I was really struggling. Like I said, most aggressive player I think I've ever played, or certainly played for a very long time anyway. And you can see the 45th minute and then the 90th minute stats at the end of that game. I'm getting done here. You know, he's outdoing me, and it's just a matter of time really before he goes in the lead. And I don't really think that was much of a penalty shout. Like, I just tried to tackle and tried to block the ball, and apparently I took Griezmann out, which sucks. And he scores that penalty right there to put my opponent 4-3 up, and then he gets through Batshuayi. I mean, that's just luck. Like, to get through originally, not luck, good skill. But the stupid parry out from the goalkeeper straight into his feet, I hate that. I'm not going to lie. But at this point, I was so stressed. I was so annoyed. I was actually done with this game. And then stupidly, I guess he was trying to waste time, but he got himself sent off in the meantime. And I lose. I go out in the semis. So no Quagliarella for me, because there's no extra time now. You know, we've got World Cup mode coming out, so there's no extra time to play that tournament right now. I'm fully focused on the World Cup mode. We're actually going to be playing on this account for the World Cup mode, and that's partly why I did spend a fair bit and do 2 of these guaranteed SBCs for this episode. 1, because it's fun to do and I wanted to see who we could get. 2, it would get my coin balance down to a sensible level where I would literally only be able to buy like 1 pack at the start of that. So that it's still a road to glory and we're really starting afresh and stuff. But I didn't have loads of stuff at my disposal, because then, you know, I want it to be relatively difficult. So there you go, guys. That is the road to glory today. I do hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I hope you've enjoyed all the capture event footage yesterday as well. Thanks for all the support on that. The views are mad, so I'm a very, very happy bunny right now. World Cup mode soon, guys. Loads of content coming your way. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Peace.